Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode on exciting careers in power systems industry as an electrical engineer, we are going to explore opportunities for electrical engineers who have a passion for education, academics, and teaching. If you like to learn and teach, then electrical engineering offers tons and tons of opportunities. As you probably know, electrical engineering is by far the broadest discipline out of all the four major branches of engineering, namely mechanical, chemical, civil, and electrical. Because within electrical engineering, you have a huge variety. Strictly speaking, electronics engineering is considered part of electrical engineering. Then you have photonics, then you have telecommunications, even computer systems is an offshoot of electrical engineering, hardware, chip design. Then you have overlap of electrical and biomedical. Electrical engineers can even work as software engineers because of the heavy emphasis of software data structures, algorithms in a typical electrical engineering coursework. But as you know, in this channel, we focus on power systems engineering. So what are the opportunities for electrical engineers within power systems engineering to pursue a career in academics? Now, some colleges and universities have a fast-tracked PhD program where they let you do essentially master's and PhD all in one go. But really depends from university to university and from professor to professor and from supervisor to supervisor. In 95% of the cases, the typical route is undergraduate, then graduate, and then PhD. Within the power systems industry, there is a severe shortage of electrical engineers in the academic world, especially those who have industrial background. I help electrical engineers prepare for the FE electrical and computer exam and the PE power exam. These are the two exams that you have to take in the US in order to become a licensed professional engineer. And over the course of last few years, I've helped tons of students prepare for and pass these exams in the first attempt. And some of my students were actually PhDs. In fact, some of my students were university professors. And based on my interaction with these individuals, what I've learned is that a lot of universities across North America are facing shortage of electrical engineers in the power systems industry and with a good track record of industrial experience. And there's a very interesting reason for that. Over the last several years, the general tendency of electrical engineers leaving colleges and universities was to seek high-paying, glamorous job in the world of technology. Your Apples, your Googles, your Amazons, your Facebooks, they were all absorbing electrical engineers who were ready, equipped, and interested in pursuing opportunities at these firms. As I mentioned earlier, a typical electrical engineering coursework involves a decent bit of software. So it was very seamless for electrical engineers to transition into these roles. And on top of that, the universities were also gearing more and more towards telecommunication, software and technology, computer systems, hardware and electronics coursework. So much so that in majority of the universities in North America, when you are graduating with an electrical engineering degree, you typically get to take only 2 to 3 courses that are focused on power systems, which by the way will be the most significant portion of your job description as an electrical engineering professor. As you probably know, professors at universities are rated, graded, and respected primarily on the basis of the quality of their research, not the quality of their teaching. So because of this commercial angle, which is driven by research, power systems engineering in the past was taking a backseat, but now due to sustainability concerns, greenhouse gases, global warming, climate change, power systems engineers are at the forefront. We need to figure out answers to tough questions. Sustainable sources of energy, how to integrate them in our existing grid, how to reduce our carbon footprint when we are generating, transmitting, and distributing electricity, how can we efficiently store electricity, and many such interesting questions are expected to be answered by electrical engineers. Now, if you stay in school, pursue graduate degree, and then a few years of PhD, you're not accumulating the experience that the industry requires, and you're becoming more and more specialized, which can be uncomfortable for some people. And moreover, you also have to have very high academic standing in order to get admission into graduate schools and then ultimately PhD. And when you're doing PhD, don't do PhD for the sake of doing PhD. I strongly recommend that you put yourself in a position where you have several options on your hand and you decide the one where you see the greatest potential in terms of your supervisor, the professor who you are going to be working under, the reputation of the school and college. That plays a big role in your overall profile and ultimately the type of research that you'll be committing several years of your life to. Again, you cannot have answers to all of these questions right up front, but you need to put yourself in a position where you at least have options to choose from. I have seen some folks pursue PhD only to regret it because they become overqualified. Why would an employer pay premium compensation to you if they still have to teach you the basics which a college graduate graduate will learn maybe even faster and, more importantly, at a lower salary. So it's an interesting optimization problem where if you really have the passion to pursue the advanced degree in electrical engineering with the right mindset and with the right game plan, then you can unlock tons of lucrative opportunities in this field. If you're a PhD who is working in the industry or somebody who is interested in learning more about it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section of this video. If you're someone who is considering to pursue this path, what are the questions that are on your mind? How are you approaching it? Whether you agree or disagree with the information that I've shared, I'd love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. If you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comment section of this video below. You can find tons of success stories of my FE Electrical and PE Power students over here. And if you want to learn more about preparation of FE Electrical and Computer exam and the PE Power exam, then check out these playlists over here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next video.